Climb down. What's my F list? I'd share it, but I'm pretty sure the last time I edited it, there was... Ooh! Awesome. Okay, this will get me everywhere I need to go. Perfect. I'm pretty sure the way it's left is, like, slightly embarrassing. not like anything I haven't said before, but just, like, the phrasing of it, like... I think I said some kind of cringy shit, like... describing, like, the personality of my persona, which, I mean, is just pretty much an extension of myself anyway. Yeah, I don't remember how I left it. You can try and find it if you find it and share it. It's not the end of the world. It's nothing that I haven't already said online publicly. I mean, everything I've already said today is pretty fucking cringy as shit, right? That I want like a lion boyfriend with a human brain. Like that's it's a cringe fest right there, isn't it? So it's not the end of the world, I guess. Ah, fuck yeah. I don't know, you know, there's so many, I feel like all these furry platforms and sites like F-List. Would I fuck Mufasa too? Yes, of course. All these furry sites like F-List, things like that in particular. Is that where the little boy was? Fuck, he's not there anymore. I wind up getting these things because it's like... I try so fucking hard, and yeah, I guess this is a bit of a continuation from the last time I played Silent Hill Homecoming also. But it's been so fucking long, and I try so fucking hard to connect with, you know, is that a little boy? You know, I would love to have a boyfriend. Earlier in the stream with Mark during, Deadly Premonition, as I'm, like, walking up the stairs and shit, I had, like, you could probably hear it, there was a moment where I think he was talking about, I don't remember what he mentioned, but it really, like, just got me in the mindset where I let out this big sigh, because I was gonna say, like, oh, fuck, I really want a boyfriend, but it's like, you know what, I've already said it a million fucking times, and I just, like, just feels embarrassing at this point, just to be stuck in this never-ending cycle. And so I wind up creating things like that. I wind up creating, you know, F-List or Furzu or, like, furry dating or, you know, so many fucking furries have these things where it's like, Josh? The whole point of an F-List is to have this, like, super easy sendable link where you can have all of your yeses and nos for weird furry role-playing fetish bullshit cringe fest, you know, just furry shit, just so it's all there. And I have that because it's like, I don't know, is this how I'm supposed to communicate as a furry? Is this how I'm supposed to, you know, will this make it easier to find someone? Will there be a point where I can say, like, oh yeah, here's everything you need to know about me on this little fucking list, or everything sexually at least. And then maybe that might make it easier. It would be nice, right? I don't know. It's like there's a lot of things that I just wind up making and putting out there just in case. So. Boo! Well, I like having this axe. Ugh. Examine. A box of tools. I got a maintenance key. No. Well, I guess now I leave, and I use the maintenance key on one of the several locked doors that I've experienced throughout this playthrough. Lower my standards to a person that I would no longer be happy with. See, clearly it's a mental problem with me, right? Clearly there's an issue here. Let me read this one more time. Exterior service doors. I hear something. Grand Hotel. the Grand Palace Hotel. I'm terrified of whatever this noise is. Oh, there you are. What's my health like? What is this thing? So apparently I have to go outside. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the things I'm into aren't just gonna go away. Oh, you're sharing that. Uh, yeah, somebody drew a caricature of me getting fucked by a horse, saying it's okay, guys, it's consensual. Like during the height of that really unnecessary drama, because people like everybody freaked out in subreddits and my subreddit, subreddit drama, other places, etc. They were freaking the fuck out, acting like children because of my political opinion on don't is this not the key? Because of my political opinion on zoophilia. Because of my opinion on a god damn it, on a moral philosophy related topic, which, man, I still hear that thing walking. I feel like I need to kill it. Can I just close this shit? Yeah, I need to kill it. God damn it. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like what I said is the equivalency, and I've made this comparison before. What I said is the equivalency of like having an opinion on abortion. There's no difference in terms of like the severity of the conversation that we're talking about if we're having a conversation about abortion. And I am pro-choice. I am definitely pro-choice. And because, you know, most progressive first world Western people are pro-choice, I get to say that, and there isn't a giant subreddit drama scenario about what I said, because most people are pro-choice and most people understand the argument for pro-choice. You know, I can say that without immediately having a caricature of myself drawn in the height of some drama being like, haha, it's okay to kill babies. Right? Like that's the opposing argument. You have to understand that, like, the reason why I make the analogy is not because, like, oh yeah, they're the same thing. They're obviously not. But when we're talking about someone who has an opinion on a political issue, and I mean, like, I'm never gonna have an abortion because I'm pro-choice doesn't mean I'm gonna have an abortion, right? Like, I love abortions. I want to kill babies because I'm pro-choice. Nobody would make that argument, but all of a sudden, if I'm like not as opposed to zoophilia morally and ethically as the rest of the world, all of a sudden it's, oh, you want to fuck a dog, you want to fuck whatever. And so the reason why I make this analogy, and I think this is very important to understand, is, well, yeah, I mean, I'm also gay, I know. But the reason why I make this analogy is because if let's say 95% of the world was pro-life or anti-choice, then people would be treated the exact same way. Anybody that says, oh yeah, abortion's not a big deal, the exact same fucking thing would happen. And people who are pro-choice, like myself, I think it's important to recognize where pro-life people come from, because although I don't agree with them, I can understand why they might flip their shit. I can understand why they might be like, if they seriously believe, if they are human beings where their political position is that this course of action, this law, this activity, this operation, to them it's not, oh, I'm getting rid of this tumor in my body. To them it's not, oh, I'm getting rid of a fetus. To them it's not, oh, I'm creating a better scenario so that later on I can have a kid. To them it's not, oh, I don't want to have a kid who has mental disabilities. To them, the only thing it registers as is you're killing babies. And that's it, right? It's you are killing babies. And so you actually have, yeah, you have to understand that, like, emotion can't win an argument, right? They can be as emotional as they want, but it doesn't make them right. They can be, I can understand where they're coming from. I can respect why they would be emotional over it. But at the end of the day, they're mistaken, even though they truly, truly believe it. And now, because of that, I'm not saying, oh yeah, that means I'm right about zoophilia, right? That doesn't mean that I'm right just because pro-life people are, you know, arguably not right. But you have to understand that from my perspective, I have legitimate arguments. It's not just like... It's... The same legitimate, logical, factual mind over emotion, or facts over emotion, or data over emotion, or reals over feels, if you want to call it. That is so important to the argument that I'm making. Like, that's everything in the argument that I'm making. That is the entirety of my argument. And so, in that same way, I can understand, like, yes, I can see why everybody's very, very fucking upset. Because to me, or sorry, to you, all this is registering as, like, every single one of my points that I made, like these entire paragraphs of you know, reasonable arguments, like well thought out arguments about moral philosophy, to 95% of the world, every single one of those words just translates to, I'm okay with abusing animals, or I think that as long as an animal doesn't say no, that it's okay. That's not what I'm saying. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. Literally, it happens all the fucking time. All the fucking time. Whenever somebody tries to have that conversation, whenever somebody tries to discuss moral philosophy, the person opposing the pro-life equivalency in the zoophilia debate, immediately they're like, oh yeah, so it's okay as long as they don't say no. Nobody's fucking saying that. Nobody's fucking saying that. You're an idiot. And, you know, I had fucking veal last night. How come 95% of the population isn't against that? I had frogua like twice this year. How come 95% of the population isn't against that? That's not a necessity. Horse racing isn't a necessity. Selective dog breeding isn't a necessity. It makes sense. These are real arguments, you know? This is logic over feelings. That is what I'm trying to promote. And as soon as I see a logical argument that disproves what I'm saying, then I will gladly change my opinion. I will gladly change my perspective. But I cannot back down. I cannot unlearn what I've learned, right? I cannot, you can't just say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make fun of you until you agree with me. That's not how it fucking works, right? That's not how people who can actually think critically work. And I mean, I'm not saying that I'm the only person that can think critically, but when it comes to this fucking issue, it sure as hell seems like it. This fucking issue, it sure as hell seems as though a lot of the fucking world has lost their ability to think critically because there is so much repressed emotion over a topic as sensitive as sex. Oh no, sex. Help us, Jesus. Anyway, done ranting about that for now. I'll get back to it another day, I'm sure. It's so fucking stupid. Alright, so I'm supposed to... Oh. Ooh, I see what I'm doing. So I'm connecting... I'm deciding which one I'm connecting it to. I don't think... Maybe it'll show 1 light out of 5 when I press the on button. Let's see. Test power. Let's see. Ooh, that's 1. That one's correct. Ooh. 3 of these seem correct. All right. Working our way up. Okay, I just screwed one of them. Let's see what that one does. Okay, so I definitely have purple. Oops, stop! Have purple there. Blue should be switched with green. And this should theoretically do it. Hey, boy! Yep. If I was forced to live in a communist or fascist state, which one would I choose? Aren't most communist states also fascist? What type of fascism? This question's too vague. Communism with the absence of fascism? Is that what you're saying? Like, I don't know. It's too vague of a question, honestly. But yeah, as for I guess I kind of forgot one of these things that I wanted to say during that little rant is as for the Adam is a dog fucker meme, it's like I've kind of embraced the meme at this point. I've kind of just been like, okay, fine. I'm not gonna like, could you imagine, like, because now it gets said everywhere. Now it's like, no, it's I comment on someone else's video and there's like 4 or 5 of those like, oh yeah, you fuck dogs, and like you can never tell exactly how many of them are serious, but it's there. Oh yeah, I was all right here. This is where I got the X. But I mean, could you imagine just how much like time and energy and emotion would be wasted if I seriously felt the need to like respond individually to all those comments and just be like, oh, that's bullshit, or like, you know, like, oh, that's wrong. I'm not a, like, to feel as though I needed to defend myself every time. No, I think I'm going to embrace the meme. I think I just gotta live with it. Be like, yep. You know me. The man that... Oh yeah. Oops. The man that fucks his dog that he doesn't even have. You know me. Yeah, now it's like, now I can't get a dog. Because instantly it would just be like, there'd be pictures all over of people being like, oh my god, now he's actually gonna fuck a dog. Did I start this? I did. What did this do? I'm gonna look at my objectives. Power's been restored to use the elevator. Oh, the elevator! Okay, there we go. Sorry. Beep. Oh wait, I want to press the button, don't I? Oops. Don't catch up. Come on, hurry up. Come on. Yeah, I don't, well, I mean, like, to most people, I'm sure it's not serious. To most people, oh, come on, come on. To most people, I'm sure it's not serious. To most people, it has to be just because it's a meme at this point. You know, like, I understood the consequences of being somebody that talked about that on the internet and didn't have the correct opinion. You know. I put myself at risk, and maybe if I had a job where, you know, I could get fired or something, then maybe it would matter. Fuck off! This was stolen from another game. This part happened in like Dead Space. In fact, that looks exactly like a Dead Space creature. If not a Dead Space creature, then there's a lot of things that this is ripped off from. But yeah, I mean, like, let me kill this thing first. Fuck off! That was annoying. Oh no, another one! Fuck! Oh my god, this is bad. It's bad. Those health drinks do a lot, actually. That's like half my health right there. Well, there's handgun bullets, so why the fuck not? Oops. That was bullshit. So yeah, I mean, like, I fully understood the risks, and so, I mean, I would rather, I'm happier knowing that, you know, the conversation is taking place, and that maybe people can start to think reasonably and, like, attemptedly objectively about it. Like, no one can think objectively, but you can attempt. You know, that's a big part. You can't say that doesn't exist. I'm happy knowing that is at least possible now. I mean, I'm not the first person to have said it. There's plenty of, when I say it's moral philosophy, I'm saying that because they're moral philosophers. Like, literally people whose job it is to philosophize, if that's a word, morality, you know? And that is a common subject among moral philosophers. That's why I call it that, is because that's exactly what it is. Yeah, anyway, I mean, embrace the meme. That's all I can say, is I gotta embrace the meme. You know what? I should worry about it less, because I'm trying to think about it. Sometimes I get a little irked because, like, when it comes to being a professional. So I was interviewing a director earlier today, and you'll see that interview posted later, either later tonight or early in the morning or whatever. I still need to export it. I need to touch up a little bit on the video, add some overlays, whatever. But you know, like, I'm trying to be a professional, and you know, at the same time, I'm not going to censor myself. I'm not going to, like, all of a sudden lie about my opinions, and I'm not going to all of a sudden hide the fact that I'm, you know, a fur fag. You know, it's something that only a kid could fit through here. I can't lie about it. And so, I mean, like, I've always kind of been irked a little by people's extreme overreaction to an opinion, a political opinion on moral philosophy that I'll continue spamming it. You can make a highlight reel if you want, but that's exactly what it is. So I've always been a little irked about it, just because it's like, oh no, what if somebody professional, you know, all of a sudden, because of the meme, they see so many people saying, like, oh, did you know this guy fucks dogs? Or like, oh, Adam's a dog fucker, by the way. People have legit tweeted out to, like, other YouTubers. I'm not even kidding. Other YouTubers that have nothing to do with the conversation and been like, oh, dude, did you see this video where Adam talks about defending, like, bestiality, zoophilia? And they've just been like, fuck off, I don't care. And you know what? I think I just have to accept that that's what most people think, is like, fuck off, I don't care. Like, why the fuck? Why would you get so upset over someone's opinion like that? I think I just have to, like, slowly realize... Oh, the knife. That's funny. I think I just have to come to terms with the fact that, like, the only people really freaking out about it are kind of retarded, you know? Like, I couldn't even put a name to them. I've never actually met anyone in real life that's like that insane. It's only ever been, like, faceless, nameless, avatarless people online, like Reddit accounts and 4chan accounts. And every once in a while a Twitter account with, like, an egg instead of a picture. I think it might just be trolls, you know? I think I've got to accept that, like, no serious people actually like whether or not they have a strong opinion on bestiality, and whether or not they agree with me. Like most people have a strong opinion saying like, oh yeah, of course it's wrong. It would be horrible for someone to do that. Blah blah blah. Like that's beside the point. What we're arguing is like whether or not it's wrong for someone else to have an opinion that you disagree with on that issue. Whether or not like you would freak out over someone's opinion on the issue, not for an action, right? It would be one thing if I fucked a dog and people thought it was like awful, right? Very understandably. It would be one thing if that was what's under debate. Over debate. Under debate? Under debate. It would be one thing if it was that, but that's not even it. Right? And that's what's so fucking... I shouldn't have said 4chan account. I'm talking about like 4chan IP addresses or whatever, 4chan posts. But yeah, I mean, watch that sentence show up in a compilation video, but not the sentence where I correct myself on that mistake. Anyway, so I think I've just gotta like fully accept and realize that the people that are really freaking out, the people that have been reason enough for me to continue talking about it because the backlash and reaction has been like that retarded, like unreasonable and like nonsensical and just so confusing. I've gotta just realize and accept that no serious people are like that. And if maybe a few serious people, you know.
Are you in there?
No one comes to visit anymore.
No, that's okay, Nightmare 512 Reborn. I'll change the topic really soon. I don't care. I'm just gonna press X. It doesn't change anything.
This place should be condemned.
I can't leave. Not yet.
This is no place to be alone. You need to leave.
I lost something once dear to me. Now all I have is
memories of the past, of better times, but I don't know where they are. I can't go until I have them. Will you help me?
Sure.
What you need. What I can do.
A side quest in Silent Hill.
Remember
Weird.
the warm sunlight dancing on
I
the
mean,
water.
maybe there's been some before.
Cotton
But yeah, I'm
candy in the air.
oh
And
shit,
the
there was somewhere I
soft
wanted to go
wind
with it.
blowing through the trees.
I think I kind of said what I wanted to say, but I was, I don't know. I feel like I didn't word it the same way that I wanted to when I started going along that sort of like professionalism rant sort of thing.
You have a kind voice.
Oh yeah, the point that I wanted to end on is not like, oh yeah, most people just wouldn't care if I have that opinion. Is that I was initially worried like, oh yeah, they might actually think that I fucked a dog if there's enough people that said it. And I think I've just got to like accept and understand that no one's that gullible. Like there's a lot of crazy people like 4chan, Reddit, whatever, just anonymous, unimportant people that might as well be and possibly are trolls that would believe something like that just with no evidence and just a hunch like, oh yeah, I figured it out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm totally against being able to accuse a man of rape without evidence, but I'm totally for being able to accuse Adam of fucking a dog without evidence. Like, there are some people out there that are legitimately like that, but when it comes to professionals, when it comes to, you know, industry people or other YouTubers or anybody who's doing shit to make their lives better and actually gives a shit about other people and maybe, you know, gives a shit about legitimacy and truth and like the quest for objectivity and you know, benefit of the doubt or presumption of innocence. Anybody that cares about that shit, which is pretty much anybody that I would want to associate with anyway. Like, I wouldn't want to associate with anybody that doesn't care about that shit. Anybody like that, I mean, there's no way that they could look at a bunch of posts of people being like, oh yeah, Adam fucks dogs, and then suddenly think, oh yeah, I wonder if Adam fucks dogs. He might fuck dogs. I think most of them, if they just saw a meme, they would either be like,
Still there?
You still
Did you
there?
bring me something?
no.
No. Sorry.
They would either be like, wow, that's bullshit. Where's your facts? Where's your proof? There's no videos, there's no pictures. Or they would look into it enough to be like, oh, he's a furry, that's probably why they're saying it. Which, in all honesty, is like 80% of the reason. If we're gonna be completely honest. The reason why other people, moral philosophers or otherwise, or just regular YouTubers, there's a million other fucking people who have said the exact same thing that are not furries. They don't get this kind of backlash. So, just being perfectly fucking honest, there has to be some, at least some correlation. It would be unreasonable for me to say it's the only reason, right? But it's equally as unreasonable to say that that does not influence people's opinions whatsoever. I figured it out. He's a furry. Obviously, a furry with that opinion is fucking dogs. Why wouldn't they? I mean, furries want to fuck dogs, right? Furries just want to fuck real animals. At least that's my understanding of furries. So if they think it's okay to fuck animals, then obviously, as a furry, they would fuck an animal. Anyway. End rant. I know I've said that like 30 times, but it's difficult not to get back on it. You know, when there's a subject where there's so many people that are just so wrong about something. Like, ignore the bestiality thing, ignore like wrong about that argument, but wrong about whether or not someone should be able to express a contrarian opinion. Like, that's wrong. And you are so fucking wrong about that. You are so fucking wrong about whether or not I should be shunned or shamed for my opinion on it. That's where you're wrong. Anyway. Anyway, yeah, we're done. Sorry. I'm such a ranter, you know. If I get on a subject where I'm like, I have shit to say about it, you better believe I'll be ranting about it for a good long time. Just like any other subject. We did have abortion rants. We did have a million other rants, so start another subject. You guys are commenting, right? We're conversing about it. So every time I see a new comment of somebody that's still on the same subject, you know, and I'm like, oh wow, I can add to that, then I'm gonna add to it. If you guys want to change the subject, don't just say, hey Adam, change the subject. Start a new subject. Ask me a question. What should I rant about next? I'm perfectly willing to rant about a different topic. Thanks, Freak. I appreciate it. Have I ever dressed in drag? Yes. In fact, I would honestly, I think I would really like having a boyfriend that wanted me to. I think I would enjoy that. Because I wouldn't do it. I would never, it's not something like, oh yeah, I'm going to put it on my dating profile. Like, oh yeah, I need someone who wants me to dress in drag. And I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm a, you know, twink or ladyboy or trap or whatever. I'm not going to like advertise myself that way. Because I don't really have to be. I just like getting butt fucked by dominant dudes, right? But I think I would be pretty happy if that was the type of relationship I had, at least sexually. I wouldn't want to do it in public. I wouldn't want to do it like at my wedding or some shit. I wouldn't want to do it in any environment other than the bedroom, really. I just think it would be hot. I don't know. I would like it. I can't describe how much my life has turned a corner since you began trending the atrium with Clayton's illness slowly taking its toll. I felt so lost and alone. Your presence and your gift in restoring the garden. It's the single ray of light in my tired life, and it brings me joy. Thank you for the many wonderful evenings we spent together. It will be different, better when I no longer have to pretend. All my love, Carol X. I appreciate it, Kirby. I appreciate it very much. Who's going to bed, Kirby or Freak? Oh, Kirby's going to bed. So we know that's a lie. Good night for when you maybe actually go to bed, Kirby, but I appreciate it. Thanks. I don't know. There's a lot of people that think I'm a piece of shit. There's a lot of people that just hate my fucking guts. So, I mean, it's nice to know that, you know, I guess some people out there maybe get me or can stomach me, if maybe that's how we want to phrase it. No, I haven't listened to the new Avalanche's record. All right, every door... Woman! Yeah, I've gone through... I've not gone through that door in 304. I've gone through the room 304, but I've not gone through that specific door, so I want to make sure. Oh, wait. How do I get there? Did that just fall? No, wait. Oh, I have to go through here. Just before I go any further, I want to make absolutely sure that I don't miss things. Really? Autologist? I mean, I gave Zootopia a 6, but I still thought it was a wildly better movie than Kung Fu Panda 3. I enjoyed Zootopia. I mean, it was not a bad movie. It was an above average, enjoyable movie that probably doesn't deserve to be the second most successful original movie of all time, but I didn't very much like Kung Fu Panda 3 at all, and I felt it to be mostly forced. Let's see. Going down the hole. Can I just jump down? I like how if there's like a super small hole in the floor, I can jump down it, but if this... Like, I can't do this. Look at that. Whoa! I'm trying. I can't jump down there. It's not, the hole's not small enough. It's not round enough. It's not shaped like my body. Heck it. What do you mean, aren't I supposed to be at VIF? It's 10:14 p.m. and it's a Sunday. So, I think next Sunday I actually have VIF movies, but this Sunday, I wanted to make... So basically, I could have gone to a movie today. The Handmaiden. I had tickets for it, but I planned ahead and I bought extra tickets for a different showing later on in the week. Because I knew that the director that I wanted to interview would be in town for a few days. Not a very long amount of time. Basically, he's literally leaving... He left today. He was actually... He told me he would be in town for like a few days or whatever. And he left today, and I got an interview with him, even though the interview took place yesterday, but I wasn't quite sure when I had bought my tickets when I would be able to get the interview. Can I just climb up? Oh, there we go. No, there we go. Awesome. And so I wanted to leave my schedule open this weekend. I wanted to leave my schedule this weekend as open as possible. That's how I should have phrased it. So if I got an interview with that director, I wouldn't already be in the middle of a movie and then all of a sudden get a call, you know? So, okay, I'll just spill the beans. It's with Matt Johnson. And so you guys will see that interview tomorrow, because I still need to polish it up. I'll do that before going to bed tonight. Yes, Philly goaltending. I am a very open dude, and it will be the death of me. But yeah, I got to talk to Matt Johnson, interview him, and the interview is like half an hour long. And one thing, so 3 interviews that I've had in the past year now. Within a year, I've interviewed like 3 very respectable directors. Starting with Charlie Kaufman, who's even more respectable as a writer than a director, but still amazing. Charlie Kaufman, and then Lloyd Kaufman, and now Matt Johnson. So, with every single one of those, there's been a different range of flexibility, but, I mean, every single one I've had less than 24 hours notice as to when I could do the interview or whether or not it would take place, sort of thing. The first thing that you have to understand about industry people, and even though Matt Johnson is like the least industry out of all of the industry people, maybe even, you know what, I would actually say, I take that back, I would say Lloyd Kaufman is less industry than Matt Johnson. Lloyd Kaufman is super fucking laid back, because he's his own boss, he doesn't have to answer to anybody, sort of thing, and even though Matt Johnson doesn't really have to either, I mean, like, he was still there as part of the festival. I think Lionsgate premiere sent him, like whoever's distributing it. Anyway, Mr. Doyle. Oh, thank you, Africa's Meds in 95. I very much appreciate it. Loving all these Twitch Prime subs. I hope I get to make new emotes. Subhype. Oh shit! Shit, lady. Oh fuck! You got here really fast. Examine it. Fuck you! I'll examine your fucking face. Ow! Oh god, this is difficult. Holy shit! I'm fucked. You're tough. You're a tough lady. I'm gonna die. I'm actually gonna die. I'm actually gonna die! I'm actually gonna die! No! Fuck! Well, I didn't save that long ago. Jesus Christ! Oh my god, this is difficult! Okay, BRB. I gotta piss. Oh my god.